Hi guys, welcome back. It's LSP. This is day 14, which would have been Friday NFP day. It's actually Sunday at the minute. It's the only time I found to get this video out there. I didn't do any trading, as I said I wasn't, but there's a couple of things I just want to kind of go over. You can see the balance is still 206.14. We did have some movement. I did discuss a couple of things prior to NFP, and I was saying, some direction. I thought, the dollar was going to actually break the previous week's low, and then, I thought, the dollar was going to sort of come down and then run up, but it just kind of ran up straight away. Went a little bit of a dip towards the start of the day. So this is an hourly chart, and this is NFP. But we had this kind of sideways consolidation, a little bit of a dip, and then we did go up, clearing out the stops here. So whatever stops were resting up here, if anybody was short and they have their stop here, that's been taken out. And pretty much, a little bit of a mute NFP, to be honest. I expected a bit more movement, both on the dollar and some of the other currencies. Euro is still very strong, man. Euro is still very strong. If we take a look at the hourly, you can see, we had this nice move down, clearing up some stops down here and down here, a little bit of an inefficiency cleared here, and a nice grind back up, and if you take the total day's range, we're kind of almost in the middle, really. I mean, the daily range was roughly about 109 pips, and we finished sort of 60, so about, very close to midpoint of the day. Didn't really achieve anything is what I'm getting at. So going into next, sorry, I've got a bit of a cold, guys, if you hear me sniffling, but going into next week, I'm going to do a review video tonight, or a look ahead video. It might be when the market's open, sort of during Asia, so Monday's Asian session, which would be, I think it's the 4th today, so yeah, it'd be the 5th. But we'll see if I get time to do it beforehand. I'll do it beforehand. But yeah, so that's that. Not really much else to talk about. Cable, same thing. That went lower. Euro GBP, kind of mute, not really going anywhere. In terms of its daily consolidation, it's kind of grinding a little bit lower. But to be honest, if you see, we've got stops here. They were taken out on this dip, and then we had more stops taken out, and then it's come, even lower. I think it's kind of, bizarrely enough, I honestly believe that this is kind of grinding low to just have one huge push up. But again, we'll see. We'll see. USD CAD, kind of the same. Really, that's a really nice pop. But again, I think this is going lower. To be honest, I don't believe that the USD CAD, this really nice strong move higher, is going to continue. I think that we're probably going to end up getting lower prices because crude is very strong, and when crude is strong, the USD CAD tends to go lower because the Canadian dollar is strengthening. Right, so we'll see. There's no forward projection here. I'm not, right at the minute, because it's Sunday at 2:45 in the afternoon. I'm not, I haven't had time to sit down and go through a bunch of stuff, but I just want to kind of put something out there for day 14. And there's a couple of things I want to talk about as well, regarding there's a chap on Twitter who emailed me, or kind of direct messaged me, or text me on Twitter, with a couple of his concerns about his trading. So I'm going to give a shout out to NK. It's if I remember, his username is at TRRADE Trade 5, I believe. TRRADE. It might even be AEDS 5, but anyway, he'll know when he's watching the video. He'll know that I'm talking about him. Basically, I said that I was just going to throw a couple of nuggets in there regarding taking profits, and a lot of traders, have this this problem, and I've been through this myself, where you hear this, let profits run. Take your stop. Take tight stops and let your profits run. Honestly, let me just say this, right. First of all, anything that anybody says to you is total bollocks, right? Because when you're in a trade, everybody experiences that trade completely differently. Now, for me personally, what I have tried to do over the years is whenever I'm faced with a challenge or a problem or something that's happening in my trading consistently over and over again. For example, I keep taking profits. Let's say, for argument's sake, I'm taking profits very quickly, 10 pips, 20 pips. But then when I'm in a losing trade, I don't want to take the loss, and I end up taking a 30, 40, sometimes even 50 pip stop when I should have just stopped it at 20 pips, for example. That's something that's common to a lot of traders. For me, I look at that and I'm like, well, I don't want to keep doing that. This is really dumb. Why would I keep doing that? So instead of doing that, I start breaking it down and going backwards. How can I prevent this from happening? So I go to the start of the actual trade. If I have a stop in, right, one of the things that I can say to myself is under no circumstances am I allowed to move that stop unless I'm moving it in favor of my trade. Yeah? So if I'm at a 20 pip stop, I'm either taking a 20 pip stop and that's it, or the trade's going in my favor. And I don't want to sound like an arsehole. You have to stick to it. You can't just keep saying, well, this keeps happening and that keeps happening and why can't I stop? Just fucking stop it, basically. There's nothing else to say. Just stop doing the thing that you're not supposed to be doing. You know it's causing you pain. You know it's hurting when you take the losses. You know it's something that needs to be corrected. Just correct the damn thing, right? Secondly, one of the things that I did over the years, and this is something that I do pretty much most of the time now, unless I'm in a real good run and I'm confident in the trade, is I will almost always take 20 pips. Always. So if I'm in a trade, and you've got to force yourself to do this, okay, what I'm about to say now, not taking 20 pips, but the other bit. When you're in a trade and the trade is going in your favor, let's say you've got a 0.2 lot on, okay? When the trade's going in your favor, in your head you're thinking, if I let this go, then I'm going to make money on X amount of movement with, I'll do it a different way. Sorry, guys. Let's say you've got a full standard lot on, okay, which is $10 a pip. So let's say the trade's going in your favor and you're looking for a 30 pip move, okay? So that's $300 profit, right? In your head, you're like, well, if it goes to 20 pips, I'm up $200. But then if I half the trade and take half off, yeah, then I'm banking 100, okay? And then I'm gonna have an open profit of $100, okay? But then what if it comes, what if it goes against me? Do you understand? What if it goes against me and then I'm gonna be really pissed off because I was in a trade, I had $200 profit and I only took 100 and I could have had 200, right? And let's say you don't move your original stop and it comes all the way down and you end up getting stopped out and it's a break-even trade. You have to stop all of that because the amount of times that you will be in a trade where you are, instead of taking profits, it's gone against you, okay, because you could be in a losing trade and still make money. Meaning the trade opens, it goes into profit, you take a little bit off, it comes back against you, you get stopped out, and you've still walked away with either a break even or you've made money. Yeah? That's going to happen to you more often, right, than you getting into a trade and it just rips in your direction. All right? If you look at my batting average at the minute, right, on the Lock Stock Pip 150 to 10k challenge page on my FX book, and the links below, you'll see that my batting average at the minute is like 45% win rate. Do you understand? And I'm still up. It's not. Don't worry about the percentages and anything. Like, you have to find a way that works for you personally. And there are generalizations in trading. There are things that happen to many traders. And it's something that happens to all of us. It's not just, well, you're unique and you're special, and that one thing happened to you, and that's it, and that you need to fight this battle on your own. Don't. Understand that whatever you're going through right now, guaranteed 1,000%, some trader's been through that already. Okay, and he's still challenged it, and he's still challenged by it, and he's still going through it, at the moment. You've got to find your way around it. And like I said, if you get into the habit of taking something off first, every single time you get to 20 pips, take something off. If you do that, and you can even go one step further, take something off at 20 pips, bring your stop to break even. If you get stopped out, who gives a shit? You bank some money. Your account is growing. Stop thinking about the money. Stop thinking about what you could have made, what you should have made, and look at what you actually did make, and let the numbers take care of themselves. All right, NK, so I hope that helps you, mate. I'm really passionate about trading and all the problems that people go through. I've been through them. I'm still going through them. They still creep up from time to time. Trust me, I get it. I know. It's hard, man. Trading is fucking hard. I've said this so many times. It is hard. It's not easy. So, if I can say something that helps in any way, then I'll be very happy if I can get through, to a few of you, and mainly NK because he was the one that was asking about this. But try not to worry too much about your losers and your winners. Just try and focus on, I'm taking 20 pips every time. Do you know what I mean? The whole point of me being in this trade, for example, just take the dollar right now, right? We've had a nice pop up, you know, it's broke the high. Let's say that I believe this is a market structure break. It's coming back in and I get in here, for example, right? And I put a target here. That's a good, what we're talking, 54, let's say 55 pips, okay? So 55 pips as a potential profit target, and let's say a 15 pip stop. Now let's say I get in here and it starts to go in my favor, okay? And I take, did it almost get there? Yeah, almost. But let's say I take 20 pips right there, okay? And then it comes all the way back down and it stops me out. Fine, I've taken 20 pips, I've banked some profit, and yeah, so what? It didn't get up here. That was my target. That's my end goal. If it gets there, great. But at the end of the day, and this is where a lot of people get it wrong, you've got to remember why you're trading, what you're here for. You're here to make money and you're here to change your life. Ultimately, it's about freedom. I don't give a shit what anybody says to me, man. Trading is about freedom. You know what I mean? You make money and you're making money for freedom. You're not making money so you can hoard the money and bring it home and just look at it and go, wow, oh my God, I'm so glad that I've got money in my house. It's right there. I can look at it and stroke it and caress it. Nobody gives a shit about that, man. Trading is about freedom. It's about making enough money, right? Or putting yourself. It's about quality of life. It's about freedom. It's about having choices. You know, money is a tool, okay? It's a tool that moves around. You can use it for good and you can use it for bad. But ultimately, oh, sorry, it's just my wife calling me. Let me just decline that. But ultimately, it's about you know, choices. So make sure that you bank something. If it's in your hands, if it's in your account, sorry, then you've banked some profits, you've made some money, you know, and you feel better. And when you slowly start to do that consistently over and over and over again, life is great. Yeah, and you just get better at trading as time goes by. All right, guys. So I'm going to leave it at that, and I will catch up with you guys hopefully in the review video, look ahead video for the coming week. I hope this video helped in some way, and I will catch up with you guys very soon. Take care.